Do you want to attract a crowd of people to your next trade show booth? I'm talking so many people that the booths around you are going to stop to find out your secret. True story, I've had that happen. This video is for you. Most booths are doing this totally wrong and they're stuck trying to start conversations with people walking by. You know what I mean. I call it feeding time at the African safari. People are walking by and they give them the stare down like they're ready to pounce. Have you ever seen this? I know I have so many times. In this video, I'm going to explain how to shift your booth message to attract a crowd of qualified leads to your booth. I'm Chris Crawford, the founder of KA Media. We work with businesses, brands, and agencies doing trade shows, product launches, things like that. We've been in the industry for over 15 years. And right now, the biggest shift in marketing has happened since we've been in business. Now, if you want better conversations, better leads, faster sales from trade shows, hit the subscribe button. I'm breaking down real booth strategies and conversion systems to help you get results. So here's the mistake most exhibitors make. They design their booth around who they are. Here's what I mean. They have a backdrop, a banner, their logo, it has their company name, maybe some products and services, features, benefits, a tagline, website, phone, email, Seems normal, right? Standard. It just doesn't attract. And the stats show that most businesses actually lose money or barely break even at trade shows. Now write this down. Your booth is not about what you do. Your message is not about what you do. It's about the person walking by. Your booth has one job. Stop the person mid-walk and make them go, that's me, I want to learn more. Now, when your message is focused on what you do, people don't feel identified. They don't feel the draw in and they just keep walking. So what do I mean? Strong booth hooks sound like struggling to turn trade show traffic into sales. That's going to make the right person stop. It's not we do this, we do this, we do this. So you don't want everyone to stop. You just want the right people. That's what we call positioning. So let me explain a little further. I worked with a painting company. Their old booth said painting, commercial, residential, 25 years experience, repairs, touch-ups, new builds, blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't attracting anybody. And they didn't know what to change. Their new booth, renovating, learn how to pick the best paints for your space. Instantly a crowd of qualified leads. Do you see the shift? Away from what we do to helping them solve a problem. I've done a million of these in every industry that you can think of. You need to shift the booth focus to your target market and a problem they're dealing with. In marketing, we call this the hook. The hook is what draws them in. If this makes sense, type hook in the chat. Hook, write that down. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most exhibitors think the goal of the booth is to have conversations, maybe hand out cards or flyers, but nobody remembers you. They go talk to 50 other booths, they're gone. Others focus on collecting contacts and sending constant follow-up emails, maybe texting, calling, and trying to work those leads for weeks and months, but that's the slow road. Now, the highest performing booths are doing something completely different. See, they don't rely on these long follow-up cycles. They use a method after the show to speed up the client relationship. Say speed up. See, they don't leave trust building to random emails and hoping that people open them. They move prospects into a structured next step that accelerates belief. This blows email. I mean, people have been emailing for the last decade. So if your booth isn't positioned right, you can't accelerate the relationship because you don't have the right people. You're attracting the wrong conversations in the first place. So your booth is determining who enters your system. Now, the best way to think about your front end of the booth is to think about what you're doing on the back end. But that's because that front end is only step one. Now, once you stop them, you need a clear way to move them forward fast. Does this make sense? You want to build that relationship, build trust with them as quick as you can. And this is where most exhibitors that we see fall apart. So write this down. In your booth, you get contacts. After the show, you turn them into buyers. You don't get buyers in the booth. You get contacts in the booth. After the show is where you turn your contacts into buyers. Does that make sense? I have a video that explains a 4-step process that turns contacts into buyers after the show. You can click somewhere here and watch that next. That's where I break down how top performing booths speed up client relationships instead of dragging them out over months. Now we call it the client relationship accelerator. So your hook stops them, but the back-end system is what converts them. So watch that next. Thanks for watching. Share this with anyone you know that's doing trade shows.